Hello. It's time to have your mind blown. But before we can do that, I must blow the horn of epiphanies to summon the universe's wisdom. Behold its grace and beauty. Let us begin. Have you ever pondered the meaning of gravitas? Did you come here to get more smarter? Well, I can help you with neither of those things. Time for some mind-blown epiphanies. I hope you're ready. If you're able to do a handstand, you're actually holding the entire earth in your whole hands. It's pretty cool. Mind blown. If you rip a fishing net, it will now have fewer holes than before you ripped it. That one's kind of a thinker. It's got all the holes. When you rip it, it makes fewer holes. So, if a pregnant woman goes swimming, she actually becomes a human submarine. No one knows whether the S or the C is silent in the word sent. If you expect the unexpected, then that means the unexpected has now become expected. It makes sense if you don't think about it. I'm not actually thinking, I just have a crook in my neck. And I can't move it. If gym equipment were invisible, it would look like everyone was having a silent rave. Most people that go to the gym kind of look like people from Jersey Shore anyways, but that's besides the point. Wait, you hear that? I hear a ringing noise. My doctor told me last week that I was concussed, which means that I can hear through walls or something. I read between the lines when he was talking. Once you've read the dictionary, every other book just becomes a remix. Dora the Explorer calls herself an explorer, but she seems to only travel through areas that have already been mapped. Kind of a liar. What's Spanish for the word liar? That's what she is. A palindrome is a word that is spelt one way and can be spelt the same way backwards, such as the word race car spells race car backwards, or taco cat. But did you know there's palindrome sentences, such as, Eva, can I stab bats in a cave? In which case, if your name is Eva, you tell your friend, no, you serial killer, you're going to jail. Or my favorite palindrome sentence is this, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog. This has been mind-blowing epiphanies. De nada. And now, as always, you are now more smarter.
What's going on, quarantines? Take family. We miss you.
We do.
I am Brittany-Paige.
Very much. I'm Travis White.
Yes, and we are missing y'all like crazy.
I had to hold Brittany for 2 hours right before this because she was crying.
It's been a wreck. It's been a disaster.
I couldn't find any Kleenexes, so.
No, they're all gone. No toilet paper, no paper towels, so
nothing.
He wiped my tears with his shirt.
I did. I actually had to change shirts because of it, but yeah. I mean, we don't talk about it.
Serious brother moment. But we are super excited that we are back for week 2 of Take Live.
Yeah, and speaking about week 2, just a reminder, right? Monday's already passed. We had our first week of Bible study. It was awesome. It went great. But just a reminder, every Monday night we're going to be having a Bible study. BP's is at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Ladies
with BP, 6 o'clock on Zoom. If you need that information, contact her, contact me. We'll get it to you. Message us. Do whatever you can to get that to us. Second thing is my Bible study, the guys' Bible study. We're meeting 1 hour after them, right? We're going to do 7 o'clock. So eat your dinner, then 7 o'clock we're going to go and we're going to meet, and same thing, it's going to be virtual. We're going to meet on Zoom and have a great time.
Yeah, don't come with a hangry attitude. Ladies, bring your food. I'll bring the entertainment.
Just stuff your face.
It'll be a great time. Yeah. Also, just If you're looking for that information, we have it on our social media. On top of that, we have quarantine challenges right now where every single time that you do something on the quarantine challenge list and you tag us in it, you have the opportunity to enter to win something really cool.
What?
Really cool, yeah.
Really?
But every single one you do is one entry. So if you do all of them, that's a lot of entries. And I think we all want to win something right now in this season of life. If yes. Y'all don't want Travis to win, do you? Y'all better get on it. But social media is gonna be the place where you're gonna wanna look to for any updates, what we're doing, things you can do throughout the week, things you can participate in. We're gonna be going live a few times. And so if you are looking for something to do, which I think that we all are in this strange season, please follow us at @the_take_MCTX.
And if you play Animal Crossing, let me know. You can come on my land that I've built. But anyhow, just kidding. We're gonna go ahead and hop into worship. Marissa and Nathan are gonna go lead us through some worship, and then BP's gonna have an awesome message, just go and talking about pretty much your time, how you're spending it, and hopefully help you be able to go and see, okay, how can I be a better steward of my time? How can I go and be better just with my time in general? So let's go.
Bye guys.
This is gonna be the coolest party ever.
Hey everyone, it's cool that you guys are watching with us. I'm glad you guys are staying healthy, and I'm glad you guys are gonna come sing with us, so let's just get started.
Yeah! Let's get started. Let's have some fun with this. Here we go. What song are we singing?
We're gonna sing Zeal.
All right, sounds good. Here we go.
It's
Even when I messed up, you didn't mess up. That's really good.
Okay, guys, we're gonna jump into this next song. It's called Father's House. It's a new song that we haven't done on the take, but we're just gonna get into it, and I hope you guys like it.
You got nothing but time. You got nothing but time. Just listen to it over and over again. Learn it. It's a great song. You like the song?
I like the song.
I'm glad you liked it.
So I hope you guys can sing along with us, and let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. And my story isn't over, my story isn't good. This failure won't define me, that's what my Father does. If failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. The arrival's not the end game, the journey's where you are. You never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. 'Cause failure's never final when the Father's in the room. No, failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Prodigals come home, the helpless find hope. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Prison doors swing wide, the dead come to life. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Miracles take place, the cynical finds faith. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Jericho walls are shaking, strongholds now are shaking. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Said love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. That's it.
What's going on? It's Brittany-Paige, and I am so glad that even in the midst of this chaos, we still can have moments like this where we can get together, we can talk about what's going on in our lives, and still get to meet as a Take family. I was really thinking about what this message needed to look like, you know, and this has been such an interesting time. I haven't had a break since I was in college, and I know for some of you, you're like, second week of spring break, third week of spring break. It's so fun, but I don't know about you, but I kind of have started to get anxious. It's like, how do I fill this time? It's like things started getting boring, right? Like you've binge watched all these Netflix TV shows. You've probably on your current, up to date, on your Instagram feed. And TikTok, you've made so many that you're like, I'm over this. And you're kind of grasping for things, which is why I see these scripture challenges, which are awesome. But I also see like push-up challenges, which I've been tagged in so many, and I don't want to look weak sauce, but I might post one today. But the crazy thing is like we're grasping for something to fill our time. And when I was thinking about this, it's like, how do I want to look back and say that I spent this time? You know, we are kind of going crazy here in the US. You can't find toilet paper anywhere, can't find paper towels anywhere, you can't find ibuprofen. And even though I've been able to find like these little party napkins with Easter eggs on them, I still could only buy 2 packages. And so everybody has this panic. It's all over Twitter. There's all these funny jokes, but those things are gonna come back. There's gonna be a time where we have paper towels and toilet paper easily accessible to us. But one thing that's not renewable is time. And so I want to again pose the question, how are you going to be able to say that you spent this time? Are you going to be able to say that you were able to reconnect and grow closer to your family, grow closer to Christ, build your friendships? Or are you going to look back and say, I picked up a new hobby, or I got to hang out in Zoom calls and small groups and meet people I never really interacted with? Or are you going to be able to say that, well, I made like 20 TikToks and one of them got on the For You page and I was trending for a minute, but that's really the only thing that came out of quarantine. In Ephesians, Paul is writing from a Roman prison to the church of Ephesus. And basically, Paul is kind of like us. He's in this place where he can't really get out and what it looks like move into his purpose. Right? Like he's not physically out and about, but yet Paul still feels like he's living out his purpose right where he's at, and he's writing and he's encouraging the church. And so Paul says in Ephesians 5:15, he says, look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. In 17, he says, therefore do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. I think that it's so important that we know that our time is our life, and how we use that time and the decisions that we make, we have an opportunity to shape our character. We have an opportunity to see this as a season where we grow closer, we grow deeper, not just in our relationships, but also in our character. And so when Paul says, look carefully then how you walk, how are you spending each day right now in quarantine? Are you getting up 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sleeping in, scrolling on social media for a couple of hours, eating all the food that is supposed to be for an extended period of time in quarantine, and then just going and binging Netflix and then you do it all over again? Because I know when I do that, after about a couple of days, it starts to feel really empty. I kind of feel like I'm missing something. But man, when I really said, I want to spend this time knowing that I have an opportunity to connect with my family, with my friends, and with God and get closer to Him, man, I feel so full. It's like the days don't seem as long, because I know this has seemed like the longest 2 weeks ever, because I'm actually growing in my relationships. And so when I look at this and I say, man, what is unwise and what is wise? Am I filling my time with my addiction to social media or binging TV shows, movies? Am I turning to things that I know make me anxious, thinking about what's gonna happen? Or am I taking the time being wise and reaching out to people, loving people, connecting with Christ in His Word? It says make the best use of the time. And when this was written, what that means in the word that Paul used meant opportunity. We have an opportunity to use this season. It's not something that's meant to oppress us or make us feel isolated or like we're missing it or that we're secluded. It's an opportunity to make the best use of this time and to grow in our wisdom. And what that looks like is spending time connecting with God, connecting with others. It then goes on to say that the days are evil. I know when I read that, I was like, what does that mean? And really, evil is just troublesome or dangerous. And right now, I feel like that's really where we're at. You know, we don't know really when this is going to end. We can kind of get anxious, maybe even going out to the grocery store, going to pick up fast food, even through the drive-thru. But man, when we choose to make wise choices, when we choose to remove ourselves and physically distance ourselves from people so that we can stay healthy, so that we can move through this, when we choose to wake up and connect with a friend that maybe we haven't connected with in a while, or dive into a Bible plan on YouVersion. And we start filling our thoughts with things that are pure, things that are noble, things that are true. Man, we lose that anxiety. We don't become part of this season of not knowing what's coming next, or the days of evil and the days of trouble. But we are able to start walking as wise and making the best use of our time. And so for you, I want you to really think about tonight, what does that look like? What does that look like for me? And I'm not saying, don't play board games, don't go on a walk. Please do those things. But what would it look like for you if you took this season and even just 30 minutes a day, just spent time getting to know more about God and His Word? His Word just being the Bible, just being Scripture. There's so many YouVersion plans. You can just type in what you're dealing with, and there will be a Bible plan there for you, written out, explaining it to you. There's so many resources. And what would your time look like, and how would you walk away different if we spent however long this is, each day just dedicating a little bit of our time to that? Still have Netflix parties, still hang out on Instagram Live with us, but take some time. Take some time to connect. Take some time to spend with the Lord. Walk with the wise. Look carefully at how you walk as wise. And so right now, we're about to basically cut this thing, and we are going to go onto Instagram Live. Travis and I want to meet you on there. We want to talk to you about 3 questions of what it looks like for us to really just use that time. We want to know what your thoughts are. We want to know what would be easier for you. How would you feel like you're connecting in this time? Let's go talk about it. Meet us over at Instagram Live.